Alright, I threatened to do it, and I'm a man of my word, so I'm back.
God, I'm starving.
And she's hungry. And there's... I always get this thing when I first started up and that icon appears in the top corner. It gets out of res. Don't know what the deal is. She needs to drink some water. We gotta get our life together. Explore more of this zone. It is really dark in here. Really, really dark. Yeah. The sun, however, should have risen. Pretty sure I'm standing where I dropped all the other stuff. We'll drop that too. Now, what are we going to do? Now, I wanted to check. You can make, like, the crampons? But where... There we go. Improvised crampons. I'm not sure we need them, but the fact that they've hinted you can make them makes me kind of think that it's potentially a little bit of a worthwhile thing. There's maybe lots of climbs in our future. I'm also going to drop those. I might just turn this lantern on, see where we are. Bernie, how you going? Oh, let's light that up properly. Michael York. Good to see you. Let's just move all this stuff over to the stash on the floor. We don't have a lot of lantern fluid available to us. I feel like there was a door just here, so let's get out there. See what we can see. Wow. The sun is definitively not risen yet. I would have thought it'd been a little bit lighter for this dawn kind of vibe, but no. Not a thing. Not happening. I can see almost as much as we could inside. But at least inside will be warm. What to do for the next... Did I fill all the... No, see, there's the lantern fluid there. I think I did this after I woke up, but then quit out, so those activities did not save. 8% torch. That is nobody's best friend. I mean, so Bernie, it's getting on a little bit in the evening for you. Michael, you've probably only just woken up. I'm just going to ask it how everyone's day was, but if you've just woken up, Michael, it was just like, day was, I slept. I can see an annoying chatbot has turned up that I'm going to have to try and get rid of. It's kind of annoying that the third viewer in here is a porn bot. Give me a second to sort out that. Hide user on this channel. And then does that remove them as well? And then remove. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with all the spawn bot things. They weren't really showing up for me when I used to do this back in the day. Now, how much is actually in that? About a quarter. I still did not figure out. Or remember, I should say, I did not remember to go look at the video that showed me where I left the maple and the birch saplings. It's kind of dark enough that I can't really tell if there's a wolf coming in on this zone during the night. So I got the flare out so I can hurriedly light that bad boy up if needed. I need to get over here and harvest up the rabbits that I left by the back door over here. Yeah, so that we can get a bit of gut on the cure in case we go back and get our maple and put together some stuff.
If I don't warm up soon.
Alright. Now, right where I remember them.
Made it through another night.
Hey, Sergey.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
How are you doing? Are you avoiding spoilers? In which case I completely understand. Where
can I find something to eat?
You can find it wrapped in this fur, lady. Alright. Well, I feel like that was a decent kind of use of our time here. I guess I should probably pull the hides off. It is an hour. But we're still really, really cold. We'll be right. We'll be right. Alright. I don't really want to repair these up any more than I have. Kind of keep thinking I'm going to just find some boots before too long. I got a lot of cloth there, yeah, I saw a heap. Man, that wind. Is it quieter anywhere else? No. Yeah, we grabbed all these. I just want to find an insulated place away from the sound of that whipping wind. Those two are repaired, which is great. That I think we can get it nearly another half degree out of, and it is 74%. It's 2 cloth, 45 minutes. Let's go. After this we should probably drink. Yeah, see, we got an extra half degree. It's not as good a wind as that one, but it's better warmth. So on the inside, that's great. These... yeah. I mean, I guess if cloth is so, bountiful in this area, Yeah, let's just waste it all on some You're kidding me. 2 failed attempts on a crappy pair of jeans. We're about to go thirsty. That barely seemed worth it. So we're down to like 4 pieces? 3 pieces of cloth. Gee whiz. Alright. I think they go up another like 0.1 or 2. I think we're pretty good for the moment. You couldn't really ask for better. You could certainly ask for this wind to be a lot less sucky. Alright, so we've checked those buildings over there. I don't reckon I checked these things over here. Well, last time I thought I saw some timber wolves out that way. Oh no, I did come check in here, I think. Yeah, because that's empty. This is just a crappy old burnt down something or other. It is freaking bright. Alright, so there's a trailer over here we have not checked yet. Might be a couple of wolves out there. Seems like just a very faint pixel silhouette. Definitely no stinkies on us. Another rabbit just here. I think I left the meat inside instead of putting it outside, but no matter. Oh man, that wind was so loud. I hope I wasn't shouting too much. Hello, jerry can. Before we get too far, speaking of bountiful cloth. Ooh. Yeah, this is making me think that there are definitely some timber wolves out there. I think about it. Our Tinder scenario is not too bad. Beef jerky, always nice. Okay, that's a bit of a kind of a nothing, fairly nothing statement. I don't think there's any clues in that one. I don't generally read those out loud because I figure everyone else is, or they're also bored by them. Oh, man, there are so many blue flares. All the blue flares and the spray paint. It's got me a little concerned. Man, the day got away from us. Like, it really got away from us. We're heavy again. So I don't want to like run away from this place with all of this gear on us. That was that broken down structure over there, so that's probably our next port of call. I don't know if we should just strike off super randomly into the distance. Oh, I actually really wanted to also go back to that. I meant to go back to that forge and grab the charcoal and just do a little bit of tiny bit of mapping here. So I've got some kind of waypoints. I don't map in the general game, but when I first start a zone, I kind of do, just to make sure I've kind of got that right. So all we're going to do, drop that. I'll drop that. We got a lot of food. I tend not to leave that behind. Should we have warmed up first? Alright, so we have been in this room. I never even noticed that door before. I mentioned we wanted to get warm. And passing time in that is the coldest room. I also said we wanted to grab some charcoal.
Freezing.
So I'm going to go quickly down to the basement. I didn't really get to look at this place in the light. I don't know if there's a different set of storage per side of the hatch here. Or if it's the same empty hatch the whole dang time. I don't know if we really searched all the nooks and crannies. So where's the other stairs? Like down. Isn't it in this kind of area? It's over here somewhere. Or can you not get to it from... Maybe it was the far side. Was it over there after all? I am turned around. Okay, it was this original stairs. Far out, it's dark. Super dark. Sorry, just trying to read the chat. Extra can. Alright, take that charcoal. Now, it's like ridiculously warm in here compared to other places, so I feel like this is our better. We'll just sleep for an hour just to warm up a little bit. I don't think we're going to get far today. We lost a lot of time in the morning. That does not sound great out though. Like that sounds practically a blizzard, if not actually a blizzard. Harsh. Not sure I want to be sprinting and using up all my stamina, but tailwind, yeah. And also I was just trying to get out of the wind, but that was a bit moot because now I am the wind. Look at me go. That looks like a doe. It's a doe, not a wolf. I think that's part of the reason to introduce does as well, is that, like, they look more like a wolf than a deer.
Starting to feel numb.
Keep almost lighting that flare while trying to half pay attention to the chat. Okay, so can't eke my way up that little snow rise.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Yeah, so there's that doe we saw. More wolves out there. Which I feel, again, that looked a bit timber wolfy out on the big plains. And I saw like 5 of them out there, little dots. I kind of don't think you can get that lit with a torch, because I reckon the torch is going to blow out there. Does this even let you? Or does that get blown straight away? Oh, we actually used all our water? We had liters of the stuff back where we were. Hope this means the wind is going away. Wow, we are not warm here at all. Like, I know we're in the wind. But jeez. I'm just going to drink that now and help the warming up. Man, the day's gotten on. Can't really spot where... Oh, insomnia risk. This is the glimmer fog, hey? Alright, so we were back that way. Understood. Like, how fast does it go up? Pretty quick. Okay, well I guess on that note we head back the way we came. Try and get out of the glimmer fog. Well, at least we've seen the glimmer fog now. Is that still a doe? Or does the glimmer fog also give you hallucinations?
I think my stomach is eating itself.
I'm slightly concerned that this also looked a lot further away than I remembered. Now I had thought I was heading a straight shot out of there back to the airplane doodah. There we go. I thought following the runways, but I still thought I was this way a bit more. There we go. I see it now. So yeah, the one thing I did kind of think it was a little bit spoiled is that down in that forge area in the basement under the ground is kind of the only place to be.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Hopefully the wolves don't come in during the glimmer fog while I'm carrying all this meat. Probably damn well will. Wow, I'm so exhausted. And are they also agitated like they are during an aurora? Do you get glimmer fog wolves? Like, what's the story? So many possibilities. Okay. So puffed. Because, yeah, you get all this business. So, yeah, like, that insomnia risk has gone to 30% pretty quick. As I say. Find an underground location, and this is the underground location, so kind of makes sense. Yeah, see, that's going down reasonably quickly too. Like, just by being underground, that's counting down. That's pretty cool. I mean, I would have thought these flickering lights were just as annoying as the ones upstairs. Well, let's ladder up. Oh. Oh. That's not fun.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Wait, that didn't work.
Yeah, my 60% lighting seems to turn into 30% lighting chance pretty regularly.
Come on, little fire.
Okay, 25%.
Come on, little fire.
All I want to do is cook my rabbit and boil some
Why
water.
didn't that work?
Far out. Do all your skills. Take a dive during the glimmer fog. Holy crap. How much tinder do I have left? Well, heaps, but still. Look, I'm tired of waiting. Just... You really wanted me to use my accelerant, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I'm getting through my coal a little bit. I mean, I had a bunch, and I left a bunch here. I guess I also have these sticks. That reclaimed wood, but... So my insomnia risk healed by being downstairs. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'd had to look in my menu to see if there was anything terribly productive I should be doing. And there wasn't a lot. And I know I just complained about using a lot of tinder, but... I think I'd rather tear down a crate. Even then I still have 10 minutes. Is there another crate hiding around here in all of this dark? It's pretty dark. It's nearly night time. What a waste, a bit of a waste of a day.
Yeah, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Well, the glimmer fog has obviously ended now. Probably need... Oh, we got a lot of that out of the forge. Still, we got a lot of other stuff. Anything else productive to do? Just looking for secrets. Look at all that cloth. More there. Get a secret vent. Any chance of that? Nope. How were we for water? We had a liter. I really should.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Should get that in that time. Then we'll have to sleep. Alright. 1 hour. Yeah. Can do an extra cloth. 30 minutes for 5. I mean, it's such a bargain. Realistically.
I'm getting tired.
Timed it perfectly. Got 2 liters. Alright, so we're going to eat all that rabbit. I guess we'll have to stop. A little sip of water for a second. So we don't dehydrate ourselves with rabbit. Eat it all. Alright, so a little night light. Excuse my hiccups.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Alright. Let's see if we can go do some more exploring again. So no timber wolves, you say? I feel like we're going to be spending a bunch of time in this room, so I'm going to drop a lot of excess things. I'm also going to drop that book. Are we really going to use the leather anytime soon? Probably not. Probably not. No timber wolves, you say? $27 kilos. Where was that? I can get some more of that. I'll do a little bit of mapping. Tiny bit of mapping. Okay, let's go try and have an adventure. Well, we'll get our red flare out first. It's freaking cold. Alright, so we went out that way to that building. We'll have a bit of a look-see out this direction. I feel like that's a deer or something up on that rise, but it's not moving much. There's definitely wolves out there, but I don't know what type of wolves. Are they regulation run-of-the-mill wolves? There's definitely like many of them. With binoculars would be pretty cool. This feels like a bit of a trail. Ducky, you're on your phone. That's so good. Yeah, you're needed too. We've had the spam bots turning up, trying to sell people sexy times. So it's very much a big job to be done around here. Madbone. How you going? Ooh.
I've never
Ooh.
felt so cold in my life.
It did look like a trail. It's a nice little potential warming up spot there, which we should probably make use of, but we won't. We'll push on a little bit further. I keep threatening to do some mapping too.
It's something to eat.
Such a cool view. Oh, so where does this go? Where does it go? Yeah, there's 5 concurrent viewers in here at the moment, Turkey. We've had maybe about 8. Oh, there's Jamie here too. Hang on, I lost. Oh man, everyone. The chats, it's like going past. Alright, so... Woo! Still a cool view. So we got to the rec building. I feel like there's maybe some stuff over that side too, but I didn't quite get that far. Alright. It was interesting. I was watching Loons' live stream this afternoon because I felt, or at least I watched one, not his today's one. I didn't watch his. I started watching his today's one, and I was there with Murph saying, "Yeah, we'll just say hi, but I don't want to get spoiled." But before that, I was watching his second episode when he actually got the game working and all of that jazz, and and it was kind of funny just watching him head into the same area, because in a bunch of scenarios we had a pretty similar reaction and a pretty similar instinct about how to interpret the map and where to explore and what things meant. So it was kind of uncanny because he'd recorded his well before I had, but I hadn't seen it because I was avoiding spoilers. I just heard a rabbit die. Did I hear a rabbit die? I feel like I heard a rabbit squeal. And the rabbits tend to only squeal when something goes chomp on them. And if something's going chomp on the rabbits... Maybe I imagined it. Maybe it was a bird noise? But it did sound like a squeaky rabbit. Hypothermia risk is... Where are we? So yeah, I kind of been just catching people who I feel are at a similar level of explorings. Jeez, I thought that was a bear over there, but it was just a bearish shaped rock. Okay, that looks like maybe a jump back over. So this looks like the way we came in through all of that trail. That looks a little one way. Oh, don't tell me I've one-wayed myself already off that little lump. Okay, there we go. That looks like a bit of a return shortcut to avoid all this stuff. Clever person would do a fire pretty soon. Okay. We're learning things. Learning things. 29 degrees. Good grief, it's cold in this zone. Oh, it's like a 12-degree wind. Minus 17 feels like. So that's a hot fire we got to make if we want to make good on this. And so we're just back over all this jazz. Big stick collection. Well, that's a lot of fuel to overcome this temperature. Because this is where we... Like, there's already footprints here, so... I went... this way. Yeah, I already went that way. And I could have gone that way, and that just loops back. Okay. So it's kind of like the fast exit out of Dodge. When you need to go, I don't know, go pick up your saplings you left behind in the transit area or something. Like, who's doing that? Okay. This is not as... I'm a stuntman, trust me. Okay, so that was cool to find. So, short story, heading out of the hangar and heading over to these ridges, there is things to find and see and do. Hypothermia risk is getting reasonable. I'd rather get free warm-ups back at home. It's a big trade of condition though. Ooh, whoa, what do I see over here? Look, what do I spy with my little eye? It's hypothermia bait, is what it is.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You cannot drop any of it. We want it all. You will quit complaining and you will enjoy it. Giving her a little bit of a battering though. That was worthwhile. Yeah, I think you're right there, Michael. That sounds a little bit, like it's a big zone, and a fog comes in, and the fog is going to make you really, really tired and grumpy. And they don't let you dig a hole and bury yourself in it. So, yeah. I think this is the right corner. Go warm up in the really warm room. Although, as always, I think we have to use our dang lantern to... I mean, it's actually kind of cool that this stairwell is super dark, so it's super hidden. It's freaky that it slams behind you, though. Yeah, see? Ghosts. $30 sticks on that expedition. And now we're not heavy again. But it's not even the middle. It's not even the middle of the day yet. Now, I've also got a bunch of cattails, so I might start eating a little bit during the day. says tea might help, and I've got a bunch of tea on me. Because exhaustion is... I swear they've also played with exhaustion as well, because I reckon I'm way more exhausted. I reckon it's like... It feels to me like Dead Man level of exhaustion, not Interloper level of exhaustion. But I must admit, like... I haven't been playing it as much as the rest of you, so my perception might also just be a little bit out of whack. And, hey, you remember that in-game sound we just heard? Oh, look at that, I'm making my own. Just pouring myself a, soda. I'm pouring myself a soda over here. Well, I think Turkey's had the most practice about running around in this game exhausted than just about anybody else I've seen play this game. So he should be able to do this standing on his head. I mean, before I leave, like, I'm still 26. 26 usually where you'd go, yeah, well, that's a good weight to be, right? Like, but look at all the food I have. Okay, remember that I got a whole bunch of food in here. I mean, we've dropped basically a kilo. We're not going to eat all that food.
Could eat anything.
Yeah, look at that food you just dropped in that cupboard, lady. Could eat anything, but you're not eating that anything. Yes, it's an 8% soda. From Pirate Life Brewing. Call me paranoid, but I'm going to walk around with a flare. They've also been really miserly with the coffee loots as well. You know, just saying. Hang on. I thought there were wolves out there, but I swear one of them looked like a deer. Is that actually a herd of doe? And I've just been thinking... I've been thinking they were wolves the whole time? Or is the game, like, trolling me? And it's like... Haha... You thought they were one thing, and then we swapped them out when you weren't looking. They're doe. They're not even wolves. You jerks. Oh, yeah. And here we got this crap again. Gosh. We had this yesterday. Yeah, the visibility sure does suck when you get the glimmer fog. Yeah, I think the romance of this glimmer fog is going to wear off real fast. I think this is where the spray paint comes in, because you can totally they're giving you so much spray paint, and I guess if you just spray it on the ground, it maps for you even though you're in the fog and all of that. I guess we just try and have a 2-hour nap and see if it blows over. Like it was kind of...
I need to find food.
Alright. Just went away. Good to find that maple. And the hammer. So then we can forge. And then it'd be amazing. Let's get some warm socks. Like, I was just getting my day going, and now they're like, oh no, you should stay inside. It's like, so they're gonna like keep giving us cabin fever and glimmer fog and that whole circle. Well, sorry to do that with the mouse. Yeah, I'll stop talking with my hands using the mouse. I mean, I have... What does a metal chair give you? Oh, it gives you 2 hours and 24 minutes of boredom. 3 hours. Bleh. I was just thinking about trying to get slightly ahead. What about a handcart? What does a handcart go for? Hour and 30. That'll be dark. But I guess we're not going to get a better deal anyway. Like, because if we want to make... Yeah, see, it's still bloody going. They're trying to make you go out in the dark, aren't they, as well? Like, yeah, it only happens during the daytime.
If I don't get some food soon.
You'll be fine, lady. Quit it. Like, I really want to go explore the far reaches of this zone. I don't want to be like... hold up here the whole time. So I feel you, Mad Bone. Like, I don't mind, like, getting the exhaustion. It's just that the visibility for a new zone is probably the limiting factor. I can't really just go exploring this, right? Might just double check. Search but not empty. Oh, fine. Spray paint. Oh god, that's a horrible noise. I was thinking I would use this opportunity to move. I don't know. Boop, 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 boop. $20, thank you. No? Dang. Thought I'd just use this opportunity where I can do something productive, like move all my crap. At least I can find this place in the fog. I get all my curing guts and stuff. Alright. What else did we get, like, super heavy with there? Oh, that's right. There was extra water. Wait. Can you read a book? Wilderness kitchen. I'm gonna get it. Okay.
Anything
Right.
right about now.
Now, you probably can't read it if you got insomnia. Oh yeah, and now that it's nighttime, I've only had the fog hit during the day. Does that sound right? There was some audio that made me think a little bit of the bear. I didn't see anything. Alright, so these were definitely doe out here, not wolves. So that's interesting. See, normally I don't really go out at night. But I also don't want to get, like, cabin fever as well. Fight those two against each other. I'm going to cheat. Yeah, okay, so if that's pointing... I would have thought that was west is where it was pointing, but I haven't really looked at where everything... sun's setting there. Maybe that's actually south. Anyway, about 90 degrees to the stick is our kind of way back. Not quite 90. She's kind of too tired for this adventure. I just want to see a little bit further. I don't think this region's in story mode though, Jamie. I think that now they've separated them, this is complete difference.
Damn it.
I feel like over here might be a cave. If there's a cave, we might... try and spend the night. Looks like a cave kind of area. Otherwise we might head back. There's something glimmering up there. I'm not sure if that's accidental or deliberate. Man. This looks like a cave, surely. Yeah, see? Does a cave count as somewhere that that's underground? Does it have to be deep underground, like a loading cave? This poor sod. Your painkillers and your bandage didn't make it. You have nothing for me. It's 8 degrees in here. I might sleep for 2 or 3 hours. Just because I'm sleeping in shifts, I kind of want to get a bit better. A bit better condition recovery. We'll try 4. Probably should repair that bedroll too, now that we've got like a bit more. Oh, it's still warm. Dark as though.
I could eat a horse. Not saying a lot, because I love horses.
Okay. Alright, ketchup chips. Your time has come. Excuse me, I hope that sneeze was far enough away from the microphone as to not blow everyone's eardrums away. And I feel like we can sleep for another 4. Right, so now it's -4. And our bedroll is +2. We can't really sleep. Maybe, maybe not. But we can pass time and we won't get super cold super quick. And then this should start to level back out again. I would have thought. We actually got okay condition recovery during that.
All I can think about is food.
Coldest time of the day. Past time for 1 more hour. Really bottoming out, but again, we still didn't freeze. Light it up. See if it takes me 5 goes to light this again. On 60% chance.
Come on, little fire.
Let's do some math. I found some more coal in here. Is it going to get there? It'll get there, surely. Look at all these painkillers we have. Okay, so you were already a 14-minute. You were... Alright. That'll do. That works. I actually don't want to lose too much condition. Wow, it's only 1 degree. Okay. You can have a coal. Still don't have a can opener. All these cans of things that I'm too afraid to open because I'll lose, you know, a statistical amount. Alright, you're hot, you're hot. I don't want to ruin that stuff, but I just kind of want to have a little bit more of a look around. So it kind of looked like there was another little bit up there as well. Now, I forgot. That antiseptic stuff, I only had 2, like, old man's beard, and I think it's like 3 or 4 or something. So... yeah, sure, you can come with me. Like, I hear a lot of wolves, but I haven't encountered a lot, really. It looks like you just go straight back down. Probably. Nah, that just looks like shenanigans. Shenanigans. Not useful shenanigans.
Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, well, it is Lopa, so I guess if you find an improvised one, but I found nothing. Yeah, straight into Lopa spawn. No feats, no nothing, just, so not really the good loot either. Although, I'm not sure if Turkey's still here on his phone, but he may or may not have seen in my, previous attempt in the skeg that I found peanut butter on Interloper again in the skeg in a different spot. So, you know, just saying. Just saying, peanut butter may be back on the menu, boys. Until they nerf it again. probably too foggy to map and probably a ridiculous idea to even try it. Oh no. Now we get a little... She's fast at mapping. Whoa, that was a bit daft. Just yeet yourself off the side of the mountain. Okay, so kind of back that way is home. I don't know really how long that mapping took. They are still hot. Probably not that long, really. Well, let's see what we can discover in the fog. A lockbox in my map. Did I? Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about there, Michael. You might be remembering something that I was not. Oh yeah, there was... Sort of felt like there was also a way up a bit. No, I'm totally going to sprain something trying to get up there. Map. Upper left corner. I had a Polaroid up there. And these were just some spray paints I did just for stuff, I think. So it does sound like there's wolves up here. And down there, somewhere. I think that's probably the good thing about this game, Madbone, is that like you can kind of choose how you want to play it. Like there's sort of something for everyone. Like I personally do. Like Interloper matches me. It's got what I want in the game. And I wouldn't have previously described myself as someone who wants to play games on hard. But I do enjoy a little bit of the struggle of having to factor in competing needs and keep an eye on them. And I never would have thought I would have liked that kind of previously. So... I definitely kind of like the solitude-y, quiet contemplation-y kind of thing. He says as he live streams to a handful of people and talks about it the whole time. But, you know, prior to streaming, like, it was my jam to just be, you know, kind of out there in the wild, doing my own thing, trying to figure out how to survive. No, this is a nowhere joint. There's definitely something moving over there, so I think that's the wolf.
so hungry.
I really started to really love Dead Man too, because I like having to do more with less. Like, I like the scarcity in general. Where does this go? Is everything just going to like a weird cul-de-sac and there's just
I'm not
nothing
sure
in
I'm
there?
getting much more.
Is this also... No, I'm not convinced that's nothing other than a dead end. So we're up and above on a plateau that I... kind of feels like this doesn't loop back to the airfield. Unless there's a climb down. Haven't got the map completely in my head yet. Really feels like the undesigned boonies have just stacked some cliffs in there though.
I can't feel my feet.
Yeah, I found trying to talk while doing Dead Man exceptionally tough. I mean, you hear me fade out my words, like when something distracts me and I need to think about something all the time. Like I'll lose at mid-sentence and it's very staccato. And that's just because the level of concentration is just, you know, what takes it away. And then like on Dead Man, it's kind of next level. Hello. This is a little place. Look at this little place. I bet I get insomnia in here because I bet you don't have a fun underground.
Damn.
There's a rabbit.
Freezing.
Now, one thing I don't do is pay attention when names come up of places you discover, so they may well have said, you are in the cabin, Forsaken Airfield. Why is it still only morning? Okay. Let's start with the cupboard. Empty. Okay, get this like flavor of the world. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's make it homely. We'll light up a fire, get some fire skill. You know, burn off a few sticks that we picked up on the way.
Come on, little
Get
fire.
warm some teas. All those fun things. All those fun things.
Perfect.
Got 2 liters. Make a liter and make another reishi. Okay, that should kind of be the jazz. Tinder plug, tinder plug. Kind of thought I... Let's get a bit more light on it anyway. I feel like we got everything there. We still just have to... Just check this trunk.
I think I can use this.
Sports vest, I think we kind of got that covered. You are not needed, my friend. You're 0.1 degree at 28%. Halfway through the day and we're kind of half tanked already. And then 30, and then a little bit. 1 hour. Let's put one more stick on there. She tempted to just sleep for an hour. That's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to click on them, thank you. Yeah, I think I've timed this correctly, and if I haven't, I'll just have to lump it. Okay. Hi, is it Panay? Panase? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the long dark. Oh, my headphones are falling off my head. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. I meant to map there, didn't I? I said something like that I was going to do some mapping. So I could find my way, I don't know, back to that place or something. Yeah, so this is the airfield, Forsaken Airfield. I haven't mapped a lot. We're kind of, I don't know, we're sort of somewhere back around here somewhere. I haven't been keeping up with the mapping as much as I thought I would. But we're finding out things. We're sort of having fun. I feel like if I come over here, I should be able to overlook and see back down to the air. It's foggy though, and because it's foggy, I feel like it's probably going to come in with the glimmer foggy. But I feel like if I look over here, and it would be just kind of diagonally down, like under here is probably where that cave we stayed at was. So airfield should be back that way, I would have thought. Please tell me I can get back up that stupid lip. Great. So I'm not sure if I've seen you in any of the other kind of streams from people in the group, like Michael York or Turkey or Loons or Murph or anyone like that. But if those are names that are confusing you, then they're kind of some other long dark people that I hang out with a bunch. Yeah, there we go. Here comes the insomnia fuzz. Oh, there's a rope climb though. It's a fairly daily occurrence when exploring, it would seem. I guess the climb, so it looks like a big climb down, but the climb down is a lot less too encumbered to climb. How encumbered to climb? Not anymore, baby. Yeah, but this is a good group of people in here who are some of the quieter players and streamers in the Quiet Apocalypse. But yeah, not big name channels. We're all just holding our own in the quiet little corner of YouTube here, where, you know, we We're pretty good players, though. I'd like to think. Can I map during this? No, it's too low. Too low in visibility. I feel like that's possibly the pass I took that was the shortcut out of there, so... I can tell you if I drop a stick. Yeah, I'm heading the right direction. Basically this direction, to the airfield. It's a bit of a cheat. I don't normally do it, but that was my instinct, was this direction, so... I'd kind of believe it. Now, just because I know the direction doesn't mean I can find it.
My fingers feel numb.
Oh, that was all the... Was that the tasty birch I found? Yeah, so where was that? That was kinda... That was when I came down out of that shortcut. That was all kind of this way, right? Feels plausible. There we go. Look at this. Too easy. Go hang out in our friendly little basement.
Oh, so cold.
Alright, so... Yeah, everyone here is very cool. Everyone here is quite chill. Loves the long dark. All hanging out, having good times. There we go. I'm actually kind of happy that I didn't get, like, super turned around or anything. Alright. I feel like I haven't needed huge amounts of like coal on this journey. And take this opportunity to have a relaxing read of my book.
Trees?
Fog seems to be an afternoon thing. That's for sure. I left so many books in Mystery Lake and other places. I've dropped so much stuff along the way. I guess we're just trying to read this book. I guess we're finishing this book. Yeah, Jamie, I had kind of not really any ambitions of being a YouTuber or anything. The reason I started doing this was to just share my gameplay. Like, it's a solo game, and it was about sharing my stories and gameplay with other people, like Turkey and Michael and Loon started at the same time that I did. And it was because mainly I was writing like my adventures in the forums about stuff I was doing in Outerloper, and I was like, and I was kind of a little bit in awe of people who could play and talk at the same time, and I wondered if I could give it a go. and then I gave it a go. So if you feel like sharing what you play, I mean, there's no stress with this group really. You know, if you just like, you know, OBS is pretty easy to figure out. There's heaps of stuff on the internet. I mean, yeah, but you know, you're talking to the guy who on the live stream the other week forgot how OBS worked and didn't have the microphone hooked up for live streaming properly. But you know, apart from that, it's fairly straightforward, and you could just, you know, do a recording. Or to be honest, I find live streaming to be less stress. But until you've, I guess, put out videos and there's an audience who knows about you, it's kind of hard to live stream. But I'm finding live stream much easier to just fit in when I can do it, rather than, you know, like playing and recording and editing and uploading. It's just like you just hit one button and then you're just in the world and it's working and it's happening. I'm kind of a bit annoyed that this thing is ruining my daylight. I kind of wouldn't, like I said, if you could see and find your way around in it. Okay. What to do, what to do. I finished that book, right? So there's some extra weight we can drop. This is another thing we found on our adventure. I mean, I know what we should do before I forget. "45 minutes. Bedroll. Good use of the time." Did that go? Did Acurize mention me? Wow, that's kind of nuts. I would have, I found that actually kind of a little bit cool and surprising.
I gotta eat soon.
You'll be fine, lady. You'll be fine. So we have a lot of cloth in our kind of domain, but one on us. One on us. It's kind of funny, Michael. Like, yeah, I've done some kind of crazy stuff, but I still always kind of think of myself as a very safe and conservative player. It's just in sometimes I've kind of got used to doing certain things and stretched my boundaries a little bit. And I think, you know, I used to be really intimidated by playing Interloper. And I used to be then very intimidated by playing Deadman. But I found every time I stretched myself slightly in one of those areas, then going back to just regular play the way I wanted to play actually became more relaxed, because you'd kind of experienced some layer of adversity, so it wasn't a big deal anymore, like the fear of the unknown and all of that. I think Turkey has an interesting philosophy, which I can't, I in my heart of hearts, I can't really subscribe to, but that whole "don't get attached" thing. Like, if you have enough survivors and you kill them all and you can just be blasé about killing another one, I think that's a healthy kind of way to try and play the game. And I probably try and play it with that spirit, but I do generally care deeply about whether I kill the characters, which is why before they updated it, my save games were probably full of maybe about a dozen abandoned runs at about 100 to 120 days in. Because it kind of got, I like the starts, and starts were more interesting, but I couldn't just take those people on scarier adventures and not care about them getting killed. I was like always intending to go back to them, and I treated each one of those save games like gold. So I think the permadeath thing is a very cool and interesting thing for myself, because I do care and worry. Like, you have such a sunk cost in each character. You're 100 days in, and it's like every day forward is a higher percentage loss chance against the days that have gone before. So yeah, it's a funny thing, the psychology of how you treat and play with your characters. Now that thing is gone, but it's dark again. It's like, and we're actually tired. We did get some exploring done though, and then just raced back as soon as we had that glimmer fog again. I feel like I'll stop wasting lantern. I don't think I've ever been as crushed by a death in the Long Dark as like one of my early runs. I think I need to get some rabbits on the go. One of my early runs where I died stupidly, and it must have been even Voyager before I even knew how to play the game. And I put my bedroll down in the church in Desolation Point and went to sleep and didn't realize that place would get cold and I would die during the night. And I died in my sleep. And I was offended, devastated, and crushed. And I there's a saying in Australia, not everywhere in Australia, but a bunch of places, called throwing your bike in the bush. And it's basically where you spit the dummy and you absolutely crack it, and you rage quit basically. I was like, that's it. I'm not going to play this, blah, blah, blah. That's so unfair. I think I walked away for 20 minutes, came back, started another character straight away. And I'm pretty sure we've all had a very, very similar experience. Yeah, I've not had a character go over 150. I'll readily admit that, and that's because I think I got caught. I started YouTubing me doing interloper stuff, even when I still was fairly green interloper, and I never really built the habit of going on long runs. But also, I started to be in that mindset of, I find it less interesting after about that 100 days, and
think about his food.
The episode count gets up pretty high, and whatever that run's kind of theme is kind of wound off. So it becomes very easy to start a new run and actually make something new and exciting. So that's part of the reason I don't have very long runs. And then the other thing that I got caught in doing at the same time was I wasn't having any offline runs really, apart from stuff that I was just trying to figure out if you could do it in the game or not. But it's not like I had a 1,000-day run that I was doing on the side and then I was having my stuff that I record. I kind of felt this thing that if I was playing, I should be recording because there were people out there who were watching. And it's probably also, it's way too dark to go anywhere still. I just want to explore the region. It's probably partly why I've been on such a long break as well. There's many reasons why I've been on a long break from actually recording the Long Dark. A lot of it was work related stuff during the pandemic that I had to kind of focus on with work, etc. But it's also around that if I can't record it, I don't feel like I should play it because I got so used to sharing it with everyone. And it's kind of why my offline game has probably been 7 Days to Die, because I wasn't recording that, so I don't feel like I'm potentially letting anybody down in not sharing that. So it's something I can just play for myself. I'm just going to try and sleep another hour. See if it's a little bit more light out there and a bit more good for everyone. No, it's not fog, it's freaking blizzard. I don't have anything to hunt with, like... So food's going to be an issue before too long. There is this creek with the cattails. This is super. This is absolutely going to be a blizzard. I don't really want to be out in this, but I'm starting to see the amounts on the food dwindle. There's a wolf. I remember you. You were there on the way in. If I get really desperate, I'd try and lure that wolf towards the herd of deer over there and force it off them. All those creaks. Creaks and groans are very bear-like. Alright, so... just going to familiarise myself with this runway, because I reckon it's a high chance of hitting this runway in the fog and the blizzard. So there's... if you hit this fork, the right-hand branch goes straight to the tower, and that's...
Did I say I hate being cold?
That's a bit of salvation. Yeah, and Jamie, that's all part and parcel. It's all the same thing. It's all true.
Do I, if I don't warm up soon?
That I always felt that once the new content and changes to the game came out, I would be absolutely keen to play to the point where I could easily justify making time to do it. I was actually stressing a little bit this week about being able to do any of this week because I've got a bit of a heavy workload on, and I actually have to go into the office tomorrow to get something ready in a bit of a rush. But I had evenings free where I came home and I was like, well, the game's out, and if I don't play it now while I haven't had it spoiled, I'll miss that experience. And, you know, I had been promising to people if new content came out, I'd do some stuff. So it kind of was, well, why don't I just make it easy and low effort and just live stream me doing it for the first kind of time. Even though, you know, I was like kind of aware that the time zone doesn't really work out great. Like in terms of where I am and when it's convenient for me to play means that it's probably not the most number of people who would want to watch me are actually available. But at the same time, I'm not... It's easy to get caught up in the metrics of YouTube and judge that as your measure of success. Like, you kind of forget why you did it in the first place, and the measure of success isn't really, for me at least, shouldn't be about the number of views. It should be that the people I want to interact with and who want to interact with me are viewing this and having fun. But I guess much like a lot of other social media, it's easy to just get lost in numbers because that's the thing that's forward-facing. Doesn't look like there's a lot of cattails down there. So we'll wander back where we can easily find our way in the dark again. This is actually all probably weirdly super sharey for me. I don't really, I guess, philosophize or chat about this stuff that much. But I do certainly feel bad that a lot of people were enjoying the types of stuff that I was making, and then I kind of stopped for a very long time. I'm absolutely a bit of a procrastinator, and unless I keep the habit going, it's really hard for me to usually get back into those sorts of things. I'm also super easily distracted and have a billion different mini projects I should and could be doing, and other weird obligations. So we should just be the other way of the airfield about now, I would have thought. Yeah, so it looks like some airfield markers here. But I don't think we've normally been down in this bit of the creek that much. Okay. So it matches up with where I think the navigation is going. Now, have we been out to this? I don't think we've seen this little shed. I don't think we've been down this long runway. Okay, so we can at least follow this back and chuck a left down any of those places. Hypothermia risk. Hey APM, how you going? I should be streaming for at least another, I would say, 45 minutes minimum. So you haven't missed all of it. I came all the way to this hut, and there's nothing for me. It's held off from blizzarding for the longest time, though. I think we've probably outstayed our welcome. Surprised it hasn't like just straight out and out blizzarded. It also looks like it might be thinking about clearing, but I don't know, this might be what Loons calls a lull. There is another rabbit. Ah, we've forsaken all of our rocks. Oh look, somebody gave us some convenient rocks. It's amazing how rabbits and rocks seem to coexist in a natural habitat. Here his tippy tappy little feet, but oh, there he is, coming through the reeds. Definitely been in here, right? This is the one we already came into. Still early in the day, like I mean, it'd be warm in here. Like hypothermia risk was getting high. And we might light something up in a minute. We're nowhere near warm, so we could get that hide, sure. Okay. So we wandered around. We got a few cattails, got a little bit of rabbit meat. and a cured gut that we'll put in that little bit of sunlight. And maybe we'll remember it's here and maybe we won't. Probably just make a little outdoor fire. Would have thought a place like this would be prime for a little burn barrel. Getting out of the wind here. Yeah, okay. I'm probably not as excited about the cougar as a lot of other people. But I'm also not excited about the timber wolves. I probably wasn't really excited about the wolves in the game to begin with when I first started playing, so...
Gotta warm up somehow.
I guess, though, that layer of interaction is not what I find the prime enjoyment of the game. It's me against the elements. Oh, yes, finally we got, like, a fire-starting skill. And as much as I love this game, I think the way that the AI of the animals is kind of jankier than some of the other elements of the game, and so I find some of those things one of the more frustrating elements of the game. Like it feels like a break in like a concept of fairness of how you interact with the game, and this idea of what you think will happen versus what will happen, and then the expectation of whether you feel like you got cheated out of that because it just doesn't, they don't match. And I guess I'm kind of concerned that the cougar will be a little bit cheaty to make it challenging. And by cheaty I mean that I'm expecting the way that they might program it is that it's not that you didn't see the cougar, but the cougar was literally invisible to you as a player until you turned your back, and then it was visible. And it's not like it was camouflaged on the rock and you didn't see it. It's just that the game hid it from you to make it challenging. That's how I think they'll do it, and that's what I'm worried about. Because it's like cheating to make a challenge rather than doing some pretty hardcore coding to make it actually do the other thing. And also, I'm also just terrified of large apex predators, and it's kind of funny because everyone seems to be terrified of stuff in Australia, and I'm like, I don't know, like most of it doesn't kill me on a daily basis. You know, it's like spiders and snakes. They're just not where you are most of the time. And it's not like a snake is actually out there hunting you. It's like you'd have to tread on the damn thing, and you know, 90% of the time for one of them to go to like do you a mischief. And kind of same with like redback spiders and stuff. But there's kind of nothing where I live if I go bushwalking that's actively gonna hunt me. Right? Like, I'm nowhere near where crocodiles are. For me to encounter a shark, I'd actually have to go and swim in the beach. And I got to tell you, I haven't swum in the beach for a year. And even then it was like just in the shallows for a little bit. Like, I've done a lot of beach time in my day, but I don't really get there much anymore. But, you know, I like bushwalking, and like the idea that I might encounter a bear or a cougar and it might want to eat me, that's terrifying. Yeah, I'm prepared to wait and see it. I do love this game, and like I do complain about a bunch of things in this world, but at the same time, Hinterland has created one of the best experiences I've had while sitting in front of a computer ever. I guess I just wish in my heart of hearts that some of the jank, like dragging these things around and the way the animals behave, I just wish that just could go that extra mile and just be some, some idea of perfect. Which is probably not fair to expect of them. One thing I will say that I am genuinely looking forward to is seeing what they might do for the next game. This did really not get very warm very quickly. Loons, how you doing? I'm not in a glimmer fog, but I've been in many glimmer fogs, and I'm biding some time while I wait to be able to get some visibility to explore. And just chatting by the fireside, which is kind of par for the course for doing TLD stuff. I'm actually a little bit optimistic about now that they split survival and story, and there's DLC, and yeah, they're working on a new game, but there's a team dedicated to this game. I'm actually a little bit optimistic that we'll see some interesting things in here, and I'm glad that we see some life. I was just saying, Loons, that I don't like the jiggle. I know you like the jiggle. I find the jiggle to be, I don't know, it offends me at a core level, because knowing what I do know about programming, it's like you have two completely different systems for when you place the T down and then when you do like dragging it around to put it by the fire. Like there's two completely different coded things that have two different outcomes, and it seems like A, that would be easy to fix, and B, why did you do it that way in the first place? I know you love the jiggle. I know. I'll tell you all a little thing. Partly tying into that why I haven't played the game a lot lately. I think I said to myself at some point, like, I don't want to play this game anymore until they fix stupid crap like that. Now, that's not the reason why I haven't been playing. There were other legit things like during the pandemic and work, and like I said, all the other weird procrastination things that happened with me. But I know I said that to myself, like, oh god, I don't want to play this until they fix stupid crap like that. But I did think I would just share that with you all. I think because you also mod the game, Loons, like you've got other outlets to, I guess, negate maybe your frustrations, because you will customize it to what you want. And I'm kind of weirdly reluctant to mod the game. And part of that is just some weird, totally nonsense. Like I started engaging with Raf on Twitter years back when I first started playing the game, and had a couple of bits of back and forth. And I know they released statements saying they didn't really want modding to happen until they released it. And I kind of respected that idea. And also, it seemed like a lot of effort to learn how to mod. But it's kind of this weird thing where I'd made that decision years ago about like, yeah, I won't do the mods. They've asked us nicely not to partake in mods and, keep the experience pure. And in my head, I was like, yeah. But at the same time, I see you have heaps of fun with it. I'm like, yeah, look, I can absolutely respect that. I'm just gonna eat this rabbit. I was going to save it for dinner and whatever, but we're just sitting here burning conditions, sitting by a fire. I hope this isn't too boring, sitting by the fire while this windy fog goes on for an eternity. I could have been making other stuff by this fire. The thing I will say a little bit about... It's not as foggy as I maybe thought it was. The thing I'll say about Raph, and I think we can all ascertain that he's a fairly melancholic, creative person. And, you know, that's just kind of his persona. I think in his heart of hearts from the Kickstarter onwards, it was about the story and proving himself as a writer and a creative. I'll see you later, Loons. And I think they released the sandbox of this game as a way to keep Kickstarter people happy. And the sandbox is actually is a pretty compelling experience on its own. So, like, the sandbox survival game idea is fantastic. And it's why I play it. It's why a lot of people play it. And I think it's potentially, within the model of this game, a stronger experience than the story. But I think somehow that broke his heart a little bit. That the story he imagined in his head was never going to be as big and popular as the thing they now had their hands on accidentally, which was this survival experience. So I think it's been a weird source of pride and frustration. And it also let the beast get away from him in terms of it made the production longer because all these other things kind of crept in and all this stuff. But at the same time, it's made his studio a huge financial and personal success because, you know, he was trying to break out of the big studio AAA mold and go his own way, and they've managed to be able to write their own checks to do that and have some of the, I guess, sociological change he would like in the industry, which is to not have crunch and not have a lot of the other sort of toxic stuff that goes along with how game development works. And it seems like they've done that at Hinterland. So this has been the goose that laid the golden egg. And at the same time, I think it's kind of just been a little bit sad for him. In that, yeah, there was that, but it wasn't in the way he wanted. Or something like that. There are doe galore out here. There is a dead wolf. Like vampire doe, like, what munched on you, dude? I always found that disconcerting in the game to find it. What did I just hear? I just heard a weird noise. I wasn't paying attention. I feel like we're going to get the glimmer fog now. It always seems to come in the afternoon, and I always hear something stupid just before that happens. Do we push on out into the wilderness and just not be able to get back? Because yeah, it would be back that way. Such a big region. Am I just being too timid, not pushing on in it? Like, we can sleep, we just don't get a lot of good rest. And we have tea, we can make tea, and tea's good. I think I just have to be brave. I don't know why I picked this direction, I was just going in a direction. Is that just doe groaning? Like, holy crap, something just... They have a different noise. It's like very bear-like. It's freaking me out. Empty. We might lose our torch. Will it let me map in the dark? Oh, it will. I feel like there's something over there. Just through the fog. And I did think there were some more ruined buildings around here. So that'd be west. Like, is that really west and that's really north? I guess so. Doesn't feel right, but... Hey, Beastie. Yeah, update's pretty good. I'm enjoying trying to explore the new region. There's a fence line. A lot of it's been wandering around in the fog and trying to avoid the glimmer fog. I feel like we haven't encountered this road before. So I guess we kind of have to take it. We might get lost. More deer. Alright, so... Can I actually see the airfield from here? Okay, so there's the tower there. So the road kind of points to the tower, but it just curls to the right. It probably takes us there. Oh, there's like a crash over here. This is the clearest visibility I've had while out exploring for a very long time. Well, Beastie, don't be like me and forget there's a difference between the game updating and you having hit go on the DLC. Because yeah, I got 2 streams in to this run and got to the bridge and it wasn't accessible, where I realized I'd screwed up actually accessing the DLC. And so then I had to hit go on that. And thankfully it still let me progress from there. Oh, hello, Distress Pistol. I have 1 flare for you somewhere. Slightly warm in here. So let's, 1 flare. There we go. No cougars yet. I don't know if they're actually in the game yet. I haven't heard anyone say that. But I've also been trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible. Yeah, I'm not actually convinced I explored the tower properly either. I've been a little bit rushed. Oh, there's legit a bed here. Can you make a fire there and sleep in that bed? And does the fire blow out? Okay, hang on. Wait. Holy crap, you can have a fire in here? Oh, yeah. Fire there, sleep there? Heck yeah. No cargo, extra little hold. I feel like there's potentially some, I definitely loaded that right. Like that scraped its way in there as it dropped some cool loot out here. Some more cattails out here. So the tail of the helicopter also pretty much points to the airfield as well. It's good to know. We might try and sleep out here. I might have to try and gather a little bit more fuel though. I mean, I got coal. Somehow I don't think there's going to be a lot of sticks out here in this open snow.
Jesus, this is cold.
The road keeps going that way. It's going to line up the back of... Yeah, the other zones are... Yeah, pretty epic as well, like the transition zones. Does that actually point at the... No, kind of... Okay, so the tower is actually kind of off on an angle, maybe more like following that rotor. If I stumble on that in the dark. I haven't had any caches. I wonder if they are just a stalker thing. It's not quite dark yet, but... There's a bear! I've seen a bear! You guys were saying you hadn't found a bear? He's over here. Look at that. It's a freaking bear. Right there. And here's me with just the one flare. I don't want to, I don't really want to get into it with him. But I just wanted to announce that he exists.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
So out here past the chopper tail. So I feel like that's the way in over there, and you follow it down to the airport. I don't know what's this way, but there's definitely a road, and it kind of looks like potentially another plateau up there, and some stuff to see and do over there. This is such a big, wide open space. Actually, I think I saw... No, Loons had stalker loot, though, so I saw he had a cache early on. I kind of wanted to... I really wanted to sleep in that chopper. I also want to see if there's anything else cool that's out here. It's so hard to see how... We're not that cold. We're okay. Okay, so here wolves over there. They may be up on that plateau. Or, I mean, it sounds like they're up high somewhere. But who knows? Is that a building over that side? Or maybe there's an ice fishing hut. That looks like maybe an ice fishing hut over there. We have enough light to do this? We probably do. We have enough hypothermia risk? Yeah, we're alright. This is Loper, Interloper. So Interloper, no feats, just... Which is pretty much what I used to standardly play. We got a bedroll and a hacksaw and a pry bar, and that's about it. No heavy hammer. So back at those trees over there is the... So just sort of... If that's west... West, southwest? I certainly don't want to get stranded out here and die stupidly. It's a goddamn fishing hut. I mean, we could... I'm assuming there's a... like potbelly stove in there, and we have 6 coal, 21 sticks. That'll probably save our life. There's a wolf on the ice though.
I need to find a place to rest.
At least one. Oh, she's tired now though. Might have overstretched our you know, our skill level. I wanted to sleep in that chopper. I don't even have any fishing line. I feel like I had a hook, and I still have a hook, but I haven't had any gut cured yet, so... Looks like another little channel over there. Maybe not anything interesting. I'd map this, but I think I need to go back to that chopper if I want to sleep there tonight. Yeah, maybe something in that corner. Maybe something up there. Definitely a few points of interest around this part of the lake. That's the way I want to head. I wonder if the bear goes to the chopper. He was definitely making his way around that way. Certainly hope he can't get in the chopper. I'm starting to get an idea of the zone at least, so this is cool. Starting to kind of get my frame of reference of where the airport is relative to the lake. Things like the fishing hut. Yeah, we wouldn't be heavy if we weren't so damn tired. So I feel like that clump of trees over there was what I was heading towards. Wouldn't mind a few more sticks to make sure that we can get through the night okay. It's pretty sparse. Yeah, it's getting low, but I think we've still got more birch bark we can do. We'll recover it while we sleep. It's fine. Well, it's fine until it's not fine. Like a wolf can't jumped out of nowhere and did us, we'd be a bit stuffed. If the bear gave us a free hug, we'd be stuffed. As long as the hypothermia doesn't hit us and we're in a real predicament, we can recover. Now what I don't know is where that bear is currently. Now the good thing is we have one shot in the orange gun, which is why we're wielding it. I mean, I could just about make it home, but I really want to sleep in that chopper. Kind of wonder if that's a building out there. There's some sort of square shape, but it might just be a rock. Okay, so the deer are still here, so they haven't been scared off by a bear. It might be the bear. There's a lump out there, but I can't tell if it's moving or not. Oh, there is the bear. Are you guys not terrified? What are you doing? He does get awfully close to that chopper. And I don't know if he can get in that chopper or not. And just because he probably shouldn't get in the chopper doesn't mean that the execution of that from a game development point of view isn't janky, and he gets in the chopper whether you like it or not, and whether physics says he should or shouldn't. That's a straight up limb. I will certainly shoot him in the face with the orange gun if he gets too close, given half a chance. Where were you? Oh, I could have probably done the mag fire. Alright, we'll use the accelerant because we are actually pretty cold now.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
I hope that didn't attract the bear.
Lay down and have a little sleep right here.
I might just stop the rod a little bit. Just have a little hour sleep. We should be good for an hour. Oren, how you doing?
It's getting dark out here. Time for shelter.
Josh, the teleportation chamber. I am not sure of what you speak.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Hour and 30. Oh, right. I didn't watch Loon's stream because I've still been trying to avoid too many spoilers. Wait, did you... Okay, not do your full contingent. So we're going to have to waste an absolute chunk of our coal to stay here, but I kind of wanted to stay in the chopper. We might have to make our way home in the dark. If I muck this up. We're 2 liters. There's an hour on the fire, but we're going to definitely spend at least a couple of coal on it. Hopefully that bear isn't actually anywhere too nearby. Let's hope that's wind or the bear. So hard to tell. We might get mauled trying to get a branch. For 3 measly sticks. I wonder if there's a burn bonus. I guess we just try and sleep for 7 hours. Oh, I know what I needed to make actually. Oh, I actually used all my special teas. Okay. I don't believe that you're cold. I think you're hot. Steaming hot. 7 hours. We'll sleep for 7 hours. See how we go. Wish me luck. This could absolutely fail. Like, I don't even know if that fire can get blown out. Could die in our sleep. Oh, we got a burn bonus. Okay, so there's a little bit more we can kind of go.
I could eat a horse.
We'll sleep for 2 hours real quick. I have to use so much of our coal that we drop downstairs and actually use it up. But I guess we're exploring. We haven't found a hammer, so it's not like we're forging. Still another 2 hours. That looks like glimmer fog. Yeah, glimmer fog, hey? I guess we've kind of outstayed our welcome.
Looks like I made it through another night.
Come on. What am I doing here? Just trying to extinguish that. I don't want that sucky torch. When this one is so much better. Alright. So. Shame we're going back to our dungeon at the start of the day. Hopefully this clears soonish. And I don't know if it's weak ice out here. I just assumed I could do a straight shot this way. Yeah, Beastie, so when the glimmer fog is on, you get this insomnia risk, and then once that's up, you don't get good rest. But if you're underground, it doesn't affect you. And I found cattails, and I'm totally going to get myself lost. We're still this way, I think. These two.
I could eat anything right now.
Oh, there's quite a lot of cattails here. So here's the road. I still think I can keep going this way. Like, I feel like I'm still mostly in the direction I was heading, where the tower was. But we all make mistakes. So...
starting to feel numb.
Trying to remember if I've seen these pipes before or not. That would have been a good thing to try and memorize. I'm pretty sure it's just on the other side of this. Alright, so here we go. Definitely found this. And then this should lead to the hangar.
I'm too cold to think.
Okay, so we're at the end of the runway. So this should be the fork. There we go. See, talking out loud to yourself when you find places. Totally useful. No idea about a heavy hammer yet, though. And insomnia risk goes up pretty quick, I gotta say. Shame to be doing this at the start of the day, but hopefully it also dies off quickly. There we go. So,
Where can I find something to eat?
I think making a plan to align yourself in case of such a scenario has worked out well. So that kind of worked out alright. They're nearly cured. They're nearly cured. Got all kinds of stuff on the go. Cured rabbit pelt. I feel like I left some others in that other trailer as well.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I guess we should probably sleep for a little bit. That's just an anticipation of what we might burn later. Okay, now we put a bunch of food. I still haven't found anything resembling a can opener. I really would love that hammer so I can make stuff. Should probably eat some of these things before they go too bad. I mean, if we have to sleep for 10 hours now, I guess that sucks, but I got antibiotics as well, so.
No, stomach.
Okay. We have to sleep for 10 hours, that sucks. But it was a chance. I had to try and use the crap food. Might as well stack the food poisoning while we can. Guess I'll just use an antibiotic. No condition recovery for you. And now it's night time. Waste of a day, but we're not dead. So there's that. So yeah, it is a little bit of a sucky thing. Having... Did I pick up more of that maybe? No one in their right mind would carry that around. The glimmer fog kind of does hamper your ability. It's cool and all, but does it add something? Like, so the Aurora would power things on, right? Which so does the glimmer fog. But it should have like a positive and a negative, like... It's a pretty painterly sky. There's not much we can do. We're well rested now and it's bloody night time. So I don't really know what to do actually with myself at the moment. There was kind of more on that lake down there. Oh yes, you get like...
Can you read trees?
Fatigue issues. And there's not much we can do with this little amount of day, but I just wanted to clock what was over here. Because yeah, we got down to that shed. The rest of that lake is down that area. So I think I at least want to go to the end of the runway and have a look off the end and see what we see. Yeah, so the saplings were up over the back for me. Somewhere up the back there, APM. So I'm getting the feeling that the hammer is possibly not in this zone. So we might have done
I can't feel my hands.
As much exploration as we can kind of do. I'm sure there's more things to find, but without getting better equipped. Is that another... What is that out there on the ice?
Wait. It's so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
What is that? Is that anything? Can't really see in the... Maybe it's just a... Maybe it's another plane? Maybe I think it's another plane crash out there. So the other fishing cabin's down there. So there's more stuff up there. So heading down that way would be a good idea. I'm actually going to sprint a lot to try and get as tired as we can. And now it's getting nice. Maybe. I don't want to go do that exploration in the dark. I think there's some still places at the back, doubling back, that I haven't looked at. Still a lot to explore. It's a big zone. I'm pretty happy with kind of how much we've basically mapped out. I need to get tired to get more condition recovery. Because we have, you know, kind of beaten this girl up a little bit. Like, she would be living a very healthy life, warm and snug somewhere if we didn't need to go on adventures. I've been in this one, right? I've been in all of these, right? Oh, was actually just a bandage? Straight up bandage? Maybe I wasn't in this one. Alright, see, now that one says open hatch empty. Okay. She needs to be a lot more tired, sadly. It is dark as anything. Well, I think I'm going to have to actually wrap this up around about now. I guess we just put that stuff on us for the moment. We got some water. We're good. I can't really sleep much. Can't really do many things, and also like absolutely use all my lantern fuel. But while I've got that out, just let's safety first. Refuel that while it's going. What could go wrong? Put that up, but I'll probably just do a little. Do I eat? She can't really sleep that much. I'll just eat a couple of cattails, and I'll pass time just to save. Although we saved when we came in the door, but it's not really the same. Pass time does save, right? Yeah. So the save is done. So I think I'm going to call it here. It's getting late my time. It's just coming up on nearly 3 hours of streaming. But yeah, hope you all had fun hearing me ramble on and go and explore and kind of take things at my own pace. As always, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you all. As Michael has just said, yep, it's a pleasure with all the crew for sure. But there might be a few days until I'm back on the streaming thing. I'll try and stream as much as I can to keep the momentum up while there's like potential spoilers and stuff, and so I can get some exploration done. You guys can see how I'm going with that without knowing too much. But yeah, I definitely got a busy day tomorrow, but I might be able to stream in the evening potentially. Otherwise, it'll be kind of during the week. But thank you all for coming along. It's been fun. A few new faces in there. Beastie, I'm not sure if I've seen you in here before. That was great to have you along. A few other new faces. If you haven't already checked out people like Michael York and Turkey Steam and Loons Loon, I should say, and Murph, please check them out. They are also really good Long Dark players. One of these days I'll get organised and I'll put links and stuff in one of the descriptions. But it is not this day. So until then, I'll catch you all later.